What's up, y'all? Chris, UFC 167, Afterthoughts. First off, apologies for not dropping the vid last night like I usually do after the fights. Fortunately, ran into some problems when I got home, so by the time I got everything resolved, it was just late and I was really not in the mood. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, good night ended on a bad note. But that said, um, I don't know, maybe same could be said for Johny Hendricks or for a lot of fans from the feedback or the reaction I saw at the fight last night. Let's jump it off with the main event, though, man. GSP retains his title by split decision. I'll be honest, I didn't score the fight. I was watching. I had a friend there. Sometimes, when you have friends, and secondly, the bar I was at, sports bar I was at, absolutely packed. Packed. A lot of people there. A lot of people trying to talk to you during the fight. My friend, she kept trying to talk to me. Just not a real hardcore fan like that. So you know how it is when you're watching with a fan that doesn't really, or someone that doesn't really understand everything, ask a lot of questions and stuff. So couldn't really focus 100% on the fight as far as scoring. I thought it was a close fight, though. I could see a split decision either way, just based on what I saw. I know George St-Pierre looked way worse for wear afterwards, similar to Jones Gustafson, even though Jones got the win in that fight. GSP got the win here. That first round was really close. Seems like that was the swing round. A lot of people gave Hendricks a second. I believe GSP a third, Hendricks a fourth, and GSP the fifth. So a lot of people are kind of going off that first round. But then there's people that thought Hendricks won 3 to 4 rounds. Feedback I saw on Twitter was almost majority, at least the people I follow, all thought that Hendricks should have won the fight. At the bar I was at, maybe there's a little bit of bias because we're in America, but it seemed like most people there thought that Hendricks deserved to win the fight. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Who you think deserved to win the fight? I thought it was a hell of a fight. I'll say this. Hendricks did a lot better than I thought. Wrestling takedown defense was a lot better than I thought. Brought the power. I was surprised that GSP didn't use his jab more effectively. As the fight went on, he started out early using it, but then he kind of abandoned it for whatever reason. Kind of looked desperate going for takedowns, was unsuccessful for the most part with him until the very end of the fight and in the first round. But even there, couldn't really do much with it. And Hendricks, not to my surprise, was able to get off his back. I did think he'd be able to do that. And George St-Pierre also surprised me. Kind of tired out by the third round. I expected Hendricks to, and I thought he did slow down by the third. But GSP kind of tired out as well. I don't know what it's kind of an ominous GSP post-fight speech. He's been talking about a while, kind of outside distractions. He's very private about his life, so we have no idea what's going on with him. But obviously Dana White and fans want to see an immediate rematch. If and when that's going to happen, who knows? It's hard to say. Hard to say who I would even favor in a rematch. It's like Jones Gustafson. I'd probably favor Jones in a rematch with Gustafson, but this fight, I don't know. I mean, George St-Pierre, man, didn't look so hot, and Hendricks has the confidence in knowing he can go in there and not only hang with them, but in his mind, have already beaten him, if not got the decision. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts on who you thought won the fight and who you think would win a rematch. It was a good event overall, though. Like I said, the hype did build going into the fight as the week progressed. By the weekend, it seemed like the event did seem pretty big. I think it lived up to expectations. There were a lot of decisions, not nearly as many, stoppages as last weekend's or last Wednesday's UFC. A lot of decisions here, but a lot of pretty good fights. Co-main event, Rashad Evans absolutely demolished, manhandled, and dominated Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen, man, once he gets put on his back and gets hit, you've seen him say it. I've seen him talk about it in the past. He mentally shuts down. He quits, and he quit, dude. He got cracked one good shot and pretty much just checked out. So a good win for Rashad. Chael moves on to Vanderlei Silva. Roy McDonald, Robbie Lawler, good fight. Surprising performance from Robbie Lawler, brought more than just a one big punch. Was aggressive, mixed in some leg kicks, takedowns, and I thought he won the first and the third rounds, and I thought he deserved a decision. So good win and a big win for Robbie Lawler, and kind of derailed the Rory McDonald hype train once again. Rory McDonald showed that maybe he isn't on that GSP level just yet, or more so on the current GSP level than the old school prime GSP. Tyron Woodley absolutely decimating Josh Koscheck in the first round. Just looked a lot faster, a lot fresher. Koscheck just has not looked good since the second GSP fight, since he left American Kickboxing Academy. Great win for Tyron Woodley. Big win. And, that division is wide open at the moment with kind of the indecisiveness of what George St-Pierre is going to do. So even though Woodley looked like shit in his last fight, he looked great here, and he's a player at 170 in my opinion. And, Ali Bogdanov got a win over Tim Elliott. It is what it is there. No big thoughts on it. My boy Cowboy Cerrone, though, absolutely shutting down Evan Dunham, getting a second round stoppage by triangle. Like to see that. Big fan of Cowboy. Good to see him back on the winning track. Anyways, that's it. Not really any thoughts on the rest of the card, but good overall pay-per-view for the most part. Like I said, the place is packed where I went and saw it, so it seemed like fans were excited about it, even if they weren't so happy with the results of the main event. I already posed the question out there. Want to hear your guys' thoughts on it? I'll be talking about this event a lot more on Science Finance Radio Show today. Links to that, Twitter and Facebook, and the information as always. Till next time, I'm out.